they're going to change their decision, and you just look like an idiot. You look like a flip when you're doing it, when you're arguing with a referee.
G'day everyone, welcome to the Continuous Call Team Daily podcast. My name is Adam Hawse, and with me, the one and only, the great MG Mark Geyer.
The great.
Happy with that?
I'm very happy with that, yeah.
That jumper's great too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's very expensive.
It looks
$12. It's been a quiet week, hasn't it, in footy? So, like, compared to what we've been used to over the last month, obviously the Tigers have dominated a lot of headlines, but there isn't much going around at the moment as we kind of posture and move towards the final footy.
But we did have an unusual headline pop up in the Sydney Morning Herald via Chris Barrett, and that is the Pope versus Peter V'landys.
What's going on?
Well, the Pope Leo, is coming out in 2028, October 2028, and his visit coincides with the NRL Grand Final, same day.
Wow.
So there's talk the Grand Final is going to have to move. What's your solution to this dilemma, MG?
It's the first I've heard of it. I'm not that religious. I believe in there's something out there. Pope Leo taking over the Grand Final. I think let's jump into bed with each other and say, okay, what can the Pope do for us? Not what we can do for the Pope. What can the Pope do for us? So what quickly comes to mind is maybe the retired players go around in the Pope-mobile. That movie, The Conclave, when they had the smoke, he could go up in the bunker. Black smoke for a try, white smoke for no try.
Oh, no. We are going to offend a lot of people.
Well, no. It's the first time this has happened, isn't it? It's unprecedented that the Pope's visit coincides with our grand final. Can't we move one of them back a week back?
Well, that's the talk, but you could still have a preliminary final on the same day in Sydney, couldn't you? So there's talk that maybe take it to Brisbane, take it to Suncorp Stadium. Why wouldn't you?
Put it this way, I think the Pope's going to be a lot more popular than the grand final.
Grand final's very popular.
Yeah, but so is the Pope.
But the problem is the resources are going to be stretched. Policing is all going to be prioritised towards the Pope's visit, you would think. So that's going to be an issue. That's why it is a serious dilemma for the NRL as to what they do here. Do they play on the public holiday Monday?
No, you can't. I don't know. I've got no answers. I've got no.
That's why you're here, mate. You're supposed to have all the answers.
First time ever in my rugby league career, as both a player and as a commentator, that a Pope has disrupted our grand final.
It's a one-off.
It's a one-off. It's like a Halley's Comet.
Yeah, I think Peter V'landys will get the Pope to the game. Somehow it'll happen.
I think
on the same day.
they'll both be together. Like they'll be. Yeah. I mean, PVL. This is an opportunity for him to show us just how much of a saint he is.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like what you did there.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another saint, St. George Illawarra.
Oh, so what you did
mate,
there.
We're pros.
Wow.
We are pros, aren't we? Loko Pasifiki Tonga, really exciting young talent. Took his time to get a go this year under Shane Flanagan, but hasn't looked back. And now he's re-signed until the end of 2029.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. It just continues the avalanche of signings that the Dragons have been able to get on that dotted line the last couple of months. This is a kind of a really good story because it was only like 3 or 4 months ago that he wanted to part ways with the Dragons. He wasn't getting a run. He didn't think that he was part of their plans. Hence, he had his management say to the Dragons, I want to look elsewhere. And now he's re-signing to a multi-year contract with 3 extra years. I think it's fantastic. Apparently, he's not just big and tough. Apparently, he's got a really good footy acumen. He's really subtle with the football in his hand at training. And I think as he progresses in his career, I think we're going to see a lot more of him as a bit of a ball-playing front rower as well, not just a battering ram.
Have you been speaking to 2GB presenter John Stanley?
What about? Oh, he loves him.
Doesn't he?
Every night, Mondays when I come in with you on the show for the not World of Sports anymore, for Sports Today tonight. Yep. He corners me. MG, Loko, what are you thinking? Mate, he's great. He's fantastic.
Well, yeah, and the Couchman twins, they've just re-signed as well. So they've got new players coming in, but the existing players are also saying, hey, we want to be part of this. We're going somewhere.
Well, we spoke to Ryan Couchman on Sports Today last week, and he sounds like a really level-headed kid. He knows what he wants in this game. Both he and his twin brother re-signed. Look, they've got to be Daniel Anderson and co. and Dean Young and the CEO of the Dragons have got to be commended. They have assembled a top 8 team, and that's what with that comes expectations. At the moment, their expectation is to get off the bottom of the ladder, and it has been throughout the year. Now it changes to these guys you're bringing in, the Kalmatungis and Drinkwaters and Metcalfs and Sammies and Connor Watson's, and who was the latest one? There was one just recently, another one.
Cody Nicarima.
Cody Nicarima. I mean, that's a top 8 team, Horsey.
We're just tapping in to our religious theme. It is a miracle what they've done there at the Dragons, considering they are last and they're going to get the wooden spoon. Usually, no one wants to go to the wooden spooners.
No.
To get that calibre of player to come to the Red
Well,
V next year. Daniel Anderson, outstanding.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with Kalyn Ponga. I think that we watched how he was courted by the Dragons. He got the helicopter down to the Wollongong, and we were kind of, is that a little bit over the top? Is that a little bit elaborate? But since he signed, then it all come to get together. So obviously he's a lure. I think all these young forwards who we spoke about with the Dragons, including Loko, would love to play with a bloke with the calibre of Kalyn Ponga. And I suppose they are buoyed by the fact that he's picked them as their club. Yeah. As you mentioned, coming last. And when Kalyn Ponga signed with them, they were kind of a bit of a basket case. They didn't know what they were doing, whether they were still going to. I don't know if Dean Young was being.
No, well, Flanagan was the coach at the time.
Flanagan was the coach at the time. So, and then since then, I suppose he had a chance to jump ship when he says that Flanagan's not going to be there anymore. Dean Young, we don't know whether we're going to re-sign him, but now it seems to be really settled. They are definitely the story to watch next year in rugby league, as are the Knights this year. Yeah. They can do a Knights next year, I think.
Oh, you're saying top 8? You think?
Of course they're top 8. That's a pass mark.
Yeah.
If they don't make the top 8, well, they've failed, I think.
Yeah, and the Knights have shown, as you say, that you can turn it around.
Well, the Knights got their development back savvy. They got their development on point. They're getting all their pathways together, and they've got a guy who's a coach who I think at the moment the Titans would be going, what did we let him go 5 years ago?
Mate.
I mean, it's
a clanger.
But saying that, I think I like what Josh Hannay's doing as well.
Yeah, but they had
Holbrook was there. He was there. And he's a affable man. Everyone loves playing with and for him. So, yeah, look, I think the Dragons could be the really good story next year, and Loko Pasifiki Tonga's signing is just icing on the cake.
Yeah, just on Holbrook, I want to sort of nail him down for Coach of the Year because I think it's a given. Because look at the performance they put on against the Broncos last week. The Broncos were awful, by the way, but he had basically the same team that won the Wooden Spoon last year. Sanders Smith was there from the Roosters from last year, but apart from that, it was pretty much the same squad that got the Wooden Spoon. And look at the way they're playing.
While you're doing that with the coach, I think the captain of the year is Ponga. He's been so good.
Leading by example.
And just his demeanour off the field at the moment when he's doing interviews, and he doesn't seem like he's got an itch to scratch. He just looks like he's peaceful. And for me, Kalyn Ponga being peaceful in Newcastle is the catalyst to what we're seeing at the moment.
I wonder if that's because he did re-sign. He put all those
100%.
rumours to bed every year. There was rumours, he's going to go to the Roos, he's going to play All Blacks. But he said, you know what, I love it here. I'm re-signing. Yep. And you're right, his football's flowed from that.
I love watching him play. He's a consummate professional, and he's such a giving player. He's always trying to make other blokes better. He's had a fantastic year. He's been out for a little bit of that time with injury, but he's the reason, without the two Dylans last week against Brisbane, he's the reason that they upset the last year's premiers.
Yeah.
He's just, because if you're sitting in the dressing room and you're one of these young forwards or these young backs, one of the Fletchers, and you're looking around the room and all of a sudden you're looking in the corner and there's a guy with the headgear putting his boots on, you go, we're a massive chance tonight.
Who was the guy when you played?
Brandy.
Greg Alexander.
Oh, mate, Brandy, yeah. If you just days he didn't play, you'd be going, we're in some trouble here because how are we going to score points? But when you look around the room and you see Brandy put his boots on, you go, yep.
Yeah, nice.
We're good today.
Hey, an issue I had from the weekend was the treatment of referees by players. Jared Cole in that Gold Coast Warriors game, AJ Brimson, professional foul. He was trying to deal with it, and he had 4 Warriors players in his face, in his grill, demanding that Brimson get sin bin. I just thought it got to intimidation levels, and I think the NRL really needs to step in and sort this out because it's going to head towards FIFA World Cup levels, and we don't want to see that getting into rugby league with players screaming into the face of the referee.
No. Look, I was guilty of it a couple of times in my career. Okay, a few times. Okay, 5 or 6 times.
But you've seen the light.
You look back and you go, what was I doing? They're never going to change their mind. They're never going to change their decision. And you just look like an idiot. You look like a flip when you're doing it, when you're arguing with a referee. And look, it's now that I am older and wiser, you look at watch young kids on the weekend and they emulate what you do on the big screen. They think, okay, if he's doing it, I'm going to go up to the ref and go, hey, like who would be an official these days? We just saw 2 touch judges get dropped for that missed goal on the weekend of Reece Walsh's. Well, I thought it went under as well. What they
It was a shank from Reece.
What are they dropping him for? I mean, they made a mistake. One of the touch judges has refereed over 100 touch judge over 300 games since 2010.
How'd that happen? So you think one of them's waved it and the other one's gone, oh. Well,
I think they have to go with each other these days, not one up one.
That used to happen.
No, I know. that was in the old days, but now they've got so much technology. Why even have the touch judges behind the post when you've got the bunker? If you've got any dramas, referee can go, have a look at that, mate.
Are you saying ditch the touch judge for
No, I think they've got a place in the game. I really do. I think they've got a place in the game. But I know you made a good point, which I wouldn't mind elaborating on a bit, about a shot clock for the bunker.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that happen.
This was the Bulldog Storm game with a try to Josh Curran against the Storm, and Jethro Renakama went up to contest a high ball, clearly came off his forearm. They couldn't work out whether it went into a Storm play, which would have constituted a knock-on. 3 minutes, 10 seconds.
Too long.
That's farcical. Imagine everything you can get done in 3 minutes, 10 seconds.
Way too long. And
you could put dinner on.
Yeah, you could go up the shop, buy a six-pack, and then get back. I live close to the shops at Southland. So
but that's insane, isn't it?
That's ridiculous. Technology, I think sometimes when we see tries that kind of are 50-50, the more they show it, the more they put doubt in your mind.
Yes.
So if they make a decision and get on with it, we get on with it.
If all parties know there's 60 seconds to make a decision, I can live with that.
I could live with that. I'm with you.
And you do. You start guessing. You
But
start seeing
then at
things.
home, you go and they put a shot clock on the TV. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6,
exciting.
5, 4. Come on, make a decision. 3, 2, 1.
Exciting.
What is it?
But
No try.
If we go down this path, broadcasters have to be involved as well, because you don't want to have the pressure on the bunker to come up with a call in 60 seconds, and then the broadcasters for the next 2 minutes go, oh, hang on, look at this angle, look at this angle.
Well, so that's what happens is a lot of our decisions at home are tainted by what the commentators are saying.
Move on.
And I think if they're on board, I think that the folk at home are as well.
Yeah, because other sports don't do it as much as rugby league.
No, we
Broadcast.
are.
Rugby union.
We eat our own.
They just get on with the game.
Yeah, we eat our own.
We replay it. We replay it.
Hold it. What was that? Did he put his finger down? No, but how many tries? I was watching New South Wales Cup on the weekend. I saw a couple of dodgy things happen. But guess what? Straight away, they get on with it.
On with the game.
They get on with it.
Yeah. MG, that'll do us. Great work.
Finished already.
Yeah.
Let's go and catch the Popemobile.
Outstanding work, mate. Great sweater. We love it.
Thank you.
On the Continuous Call Team Daily. Thanks for tuning in. MG's at his best again. And make sure you tune in each and every day. Instagram and YouTube, you can catch the Continuous Call Team Daily podcast. And I will be back tomorrow with Josh Morris.